Hey everyone, if you're watching this, it is now July the 1st, meaning that it's been just about a day since this direct streamed. And how about that? After a months long drought, the previous month gave us two direct presentations. One of the first big direct of the year, and the other, another look at one of their highly anticipated games. Oh, here are my reaction and thoughts on the June 30th, 2026 direct for Splatoon Raiders, the first single player spin off in the Splatoon franchise. I actually really find that interesting, in that instead of a fourth main game or even like a DX version of the first game, I definitely can say that the publishers, I'm going to do my own thing business model is clearly working for them. So, let's begin. Okay, so we definitely get our clearest look at the story, which my understanding takes place before the events of the third game in which Deep Cuts, being Shiver the Shark, Fry the Eel, and my personal favorite, Big Man the Ray, he have have crash landed in the Spiralite Islands, ends with you, their pilot slash mechanic being tasked with not only helping get their craft fixed up, but also searching for treasure in this mysterious place. And unlike Forgotten Island, this is actually one I have confidence in, and where building upon the ideas of previous single player campaigns, as well as the auto expansion of the second game, as well as especially the roguelike elements of Side Order the third, where you have all sorts of of challenges and enemies ahead of you. I especially like how there are new breed of salmonids, as well as the new seasoned salmonids that are covered in copious amounts of salt, much like some people at the ESA's takes on Minecraft servers. But I get ahead of myself. To counter this, you not only have an array of weapons trolled from on the remnants of the sea, but you also have new gadgets, which are definitely going to be taking the place of specials this time around. They functionally have unlimited head head rounds, but they also oh can and and be augmented with. I'm definitely interested to see how the three different kinds of tanks will be used. Like there's a speed tank, the power tank. I'm thinking I'll be favoring like the tactical tank most, being personally a and because I really especially enjoy how it's going to be building upon it, because these games have really been like three in one, where third person shooter obviously, hey, also elements of a platformer, but also as keeps being overlooked, a puzzle, and you often have to solve them, determine where to jump, and which route you can take in order to who clear the stage and find the treasure. I especially like how they're going to be more gear and cosmetics as well. Hell, I'm hoping that they will release like a triple pack for the amiibo who of the Raiders kind, especially since I've already sold out of 2/3 of deep cuts. I expect Big Man will also be going for a bit. I mean, on top of again the unique weapons and gear, because I love my other ones of the previous two games. It's a nice little thing just to have in my collection because, again, preferring the margin of the potato, I just think they're neat. And my intention is still to pre-order order the game and within the next 10 days. It would have been today. Hey, but the bug has been going around. I don't know if I had other ideas, but I'm getting ahead of myself once again. I also enjoy how they're approaching like the loot system as well. Oh, being able to upgrade your weapons and gadgets, the as well as adding augments to them. And of course, one of my favorite aspects of previous titles, finding the sunken sea scrolls, to determine how cephalopods and other sea creatures replaced his humans' dominant species on Earth, which, the way things are going, is looking less and less of a stretch all the time. Still, hell, I'm eager to see what all entails. That's also why I've been pretty good at dodging spoilers, even sometimes harder than others. Man, even with a remix of a game I've played before, like Star Fox, which actually is selling more than expected, I can't say I'm terribly appreciative of all the differences of the originals was being leaked to me ahead of time. I would appreciate if these people or AI stopped doing that. That's mean, as well as sending me a a misinformed comments as well. Back on track now. Even though this is a specifically a single player spin-off off the first in the franchise, which I'm actually kind of glad for. Or I really do not expect it a fourth main game, or at the very least a DX version of the first game, aim for another year or two at the earliest. I mean, but even they've got a multiplayer component where you can have allies drop in and out for certain missions, and which in some respects is almost like their take on an extraction shooter with a growing trend, and which I don't have an issue with as long as you provide something unique to the table, man, which is really the main hook. I mean, with how saturated this market is, you really have to give players something that will make them put down what they're currently playing and check out what you have. I mean, otherwise, the people playing their preferred work are going to keep doing that. Uh, and even the approach of difficulty is also not a bad idea either, where I have really never understood the people who just dismiss the idea of low settings on principle. I typically have the opposite line of thinking where I got no issue with people who want to play a lower setting on the first go around, or just for a chill stream, as I've done sometimes, maybe do that again, and then trying the higher settings later, or where you can, and even though the reward's not going to change based on what difficulty you do, I'm going to presume it's going to be like bragging rights. As someone who's kind of old fashioned and who started playing games in 8-bit 16-bit days, had to rehang my Super Nintendo poster after a mishap earlier this morning. I mean, where you can say, hey, yourself, yeah, I did this, even if the reward is just a bunch of quasi English text on a screen. And I mean, it's. I mean, I'll give them some leeway as Duolingo wasn't really a thing yet in that time period. I mean, still, as someone who has really enjoyed this as one of Nintendo's newer franchises, it is easily one of the things I anticipated most this month, and why apart from my Final Survivor special and my Big Look at Hoppers, I'm putting the most focus on this game with the only movies really coming into theatrically, especially after it's one of the places that potentially made me ill, are The Odyssey and Spider Man. Still, I can guarantee you, like, I think I've got about a third of the cash saved up for this game already. I've got some more jobs lined up to for the rest, thankfully. So this is definitely going to be a day one pickup. I can tell you that was for free. Anyway, apart from my belated look at season 3 of my adventures with Superman, which I've also got lined up. The lighting on that one's been a bit more naturalistic. Heck, the output's going to be smaller and slower, given how most of my work is going to be on my belated Bagel Gut Hoppers and the 500 subscriber special, which is going to be on a game that's going to be on this console that came out within the first year of its release. You'll see very soon which one it is, though. That will be all for now, and I will see you all again very soon. Catch you later.